the judges score during the contest. She hung tough, but it was the win. Moving through. Josmier George from Brazil. Olchowik from the Ukraine in blue.
We'll start to our 60-kilogram category for the women.
We are in Kazan, Russia. And Russia is one of the great combat sports countries in the world. Brazil truly is as well. Still emerging in the modern combat art of Sanda, but in general, combat sports so big in the great fighting country of Brazil.
Well, actually, Brazil has had a pretty rich history in Sanda, but like with so many countries, there's a period of time where you have very strong teams and then you go through a development period, and that's what Brazil has experienced. But they've had some significant success on the Leitai in previous years.
These cultures of combat, some of these great nations where combat is something that is a part of physical education for young kids. Wrestling, punching and kicking. And as you know, Tony, you've taught many, probably hundreds of kids. It just shapes young people so well, the martial arts. Discipline and self-awareness, growth.
Here we have an appointed attack to George and a slip with a push.
2 points for George, but it's been Olchowik picking away here. And the jab snaps the head back.
That's a great way to capture it. Olchowik, as you pointed out, has been picking away and really has a comfortable lead as we move into the last 15 seconds of the round.
As we spend more and more time immersed in this over the last 4 days, sometimes you see fighters having a great fight, but just another one with so much experience with the scoring and the tactics and the strategy, and I think we saw that here. Olchowik just very aware of when to get points, when to score, where to score. High kick to the head. Turning kick. George slid out of the way, landed a few strikes, and a kick, and went for the takedown, putting it all together beautifully. But it was these quick little strikes of Olchowik took the round for her. Brazil couldn't be further away from Russia. A long way to come here. It's done very well to be here in the women's 60-kilogram semifinals. George needs to win this round to stay in this fight and maintain that chance to move to the semifinals in the second round. And move to the third round and get a chance to win. But to do that, she must win this round. George from Brazil in the red, and now striking Olchowik. Landing some punches and a kick on the exit from Ukraine in the blue.
Olchowik has used the reach of her legs to really strike. And although both women look almost the same height, Olchovik's reach has allowed her to get in with George and score some points differently than George has been able to get in and score. So we see that George is still having trouble getting on the board here in the first 40 seconds of the match, where Olchowik has a slight lead, and that roundhouse kick will give her 2 more points. That roundhouse to the torso has helped her. Push kick.
You're right. She's using the reach well, and just disguising her footwork in as she throws the punches. There, footwork to exit, pivots out with that kick, doing very well. Hands from George. Deceptive footwork from Ольховик. She's able to be closer to you or further from you than you can perceive. And that's been a key here. When she's further, she lands that kick. When she's closer, she lands the hands. Very deceptive in where she is. Nicely done by George. So Ольховик, one round in the bank. There's the jab again. Switches stance now. One round in the bank and comfortably ahead, throwing a head kick. It's going to be a tough one for George. Many points have to be made up with only 3 seconds left. Looks like this will be Ольховic's.
This is a fight that George will be able to go back and look at the tape and get a lot of good lessons on how to fight a fighter that's keeping you outside of your striking zone.
Very good performance, both ladies, but it is Ольховик. Manages the distance, great shot selection. She will move through to the semifinals, and we will keep it going here. Women's 60-kilogram quarterfinal, Sanda, day 4 at the 14th World Wushu Championships, Kazan, Russia. Robin Black and Tony Sims with you. And there we see some of the work done by Ольховик. There, George slides inside the range of that turning side kick. Ольховик kicking on the exit, punching,